cars arriving soon. Reserve yours today. Now, get 1.9% financing on a new 2022 Honda Passport or Pilot, and special financing on other models too, including hybrids. For the right sizzling summer deals, it's Envision Honda of Milpitas. Call 855-996-2274 for details. KCBS News Time, 11:48. A look at traffic tonight with Carolyn Burns.
And it is off to the South Bay, or rather San Mateo we go. 101 southbound right there at 3rd Avenue. We still have just first reports of this possible two-car crash. Both may be on that right-hand shoulder. CHP has not yet arrived on scene there, so we really don't have any other details other than that. So if you're in that vicinity, just keep your eyes open. Also in the South Bay, southbound 101, right after Hellier Avenue, we have first reports of a crash there and no other details so far. CHP is on the way. Oakland, keep your eyes open. Westbound 580, just before 13, a car is reportedly broken down. It's in the center divide. It does have its flashers on. We should know more once CHP does arrive. And better news in that Lafayette area on 24 eastbound. After that central Lafayette exit, we did have a solo vehicle spin out. That has now been pushed off to the right-hand shoulder. Traffic there is just absolutely smooth and getting by the scene with no problems. Your next traffic update is at 11:58 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Bay Area weather, coastal and bay fog persisting all the way through next Tuesday, so we'll see just limited clearing in the afternoon, but highs eventually bayside and inland tomorrow and through Sunday with highs from the 60s to the upper 80s and low 90s. Monday and Tuesday only slightly cooler in the inland valleys, upper 80s about the warmest temperatures. We still are dealing with the coastal flood advisory tonight until about 2 o'clock in the morning because of extreme high tide. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Mendocino County, vibrant and incredible views offered amazing outdoor activities from hiking, biking, and kayaking to wine and beer tasting, gallery hopping, and golfing. Try rail biking. For more adventures, visit Animal Preserve. And when it's time to take a break, relax at Sidewalk Cafes and restaurants. Stay longer at any lovely inn throughout the area. For a breath of fresh air and room to roam, visit Mendocino County.
KCBS News Time, 11:50. I'm John Evans, editing tonight. Pixie Clay, a Korean group called Stray Kids, played at the Oakland Arena last night. KCBS's Bob Butler says that there was a large police presence after the band received numerous online threats before the show.
The threats were noticed by the staff at the Oakland Arena. They notified Oakland Police, which told the intelligence unit.
They are on top of it. They are certainly the eyes and ears of our department, especially when there's any information of a critical incident that could unfold, such as last night.
Officer Kim Armstead says OPD is working with the FBI to investigate the threats. As for the concert,
everything actually went. The director of marketing, she confirmed everything ran smoothly.
Armstead admits the response was at least partially triggered by the July 4th shootings in Highland Park.
You just never know, what could happen, where it could happen, or when. So it is extremely frightening, but we just, we're trained to deal with, critical incidents, and we've always going to revert to our training.
In Oakland, Bob Butler, KCBS.
It's now time for the Jefferson Award for Public Service. Each week, KCBS and KPIX5 honor local winners of the Jefferson Award, and Sharon Chin profiles this week's winner.
To me, it has this incredible beauty.
The serenity of water and wildlife at the Hunters Point Shipyard make it a perfect backdrop for artists like Barbara Alco.
This industrial decay with the bay right behind it, and it's just so unique that you just don't have this anywhere else in the world.
So her life's mission is to help its arts community thrive.
The new artist building.
Since 2018, she served as president of the Shipyard Trust for the Arts.
Amazing artists out at the shipyard.
The nonprofit advocates for some 300 artists in the decommissioned shipyard and Islayas Creek Studios.
This time, there's no other space in San Francisco for artists that is becoming available, where artists can afford to rent workspace and be creative. Live music.
She brought in more artists of color and opened more opportunities for exhibits in places like the Bayview Opera House.
At the fashion show, the models wore these contraptions on their heads,
which she helped renovate before retiring as a
moment that San Francisco loses its artist, the moment that San Francisco no longer exists. That's going to be the next big lesson.
Through Barbara's leadership, public school children get free art lessons.
It's always hard to make what they make.
Jerry Hill and other senior citizens volunteer in the intergenerational art program.
What do you teach them?
I teach them that they can be as great as they want to be.
Barbara secured grant money,
Okay?
so artists like William Rhodes can get paid teaching the weekly program in the Bayview.
She's amazing with, getting grants and knowing how to really make things happen when it comes to that. I guess that's just her secret sauce.
I just wanted to do something right here where I live. I saw so many things that could be improved right here, and that's just what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
So for building a thriving art community for the Hunters Point Shipyard area and its neighbors, this week's Jefferson Award in the Bay Area goes to Barbara Ockel. Sharon Chin, KCBS.
KCBS News Time, 11:55, and here is your Money Watch.
Stocks melted under the hottest retail inflation since 1981. The government says consumer prices rose more than 9% in June versus a year ago. Dow Industrials fell 2%. The S&P and NASDAQ both gave back 17. Procter & Gamble CEO has inflation to sharpen the company's marketing message. John Moeller says P&G must do more to explain why products like Tide, Dawn, and Head & Shoulders deliver more value than rivals, even if the price is higher. Uber is being sued by more than 500 women across the U.S. who claim to have been assaulted by drivers on its platform. The suit claims Uber has known about sexual misconduct by some of its drivers since 2014. Nike and Fanatics are teaming up to design and make collegiate sports gear. Fanatics will make Nike-branded shirts, replica jerseys, and other items. Nike will focus on in-game products for players. Larry Kopsky, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
It's not often that something you like is actually good for you. Take sleeping on your side. Studies indicate that side sleeping can help with nighttime breathing. At European Sleepworks, they have many options to help side sleepers create the comfort and stability they need. From their unique contoured mattresses to their patented custom-fit oxygen pillows. After all, for over 50 years, they've been working on your side, and that's a good thing. European Sleepworks at Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley, or online at sleepworks.com.
Neuropathy can be unbearable. Symptoms include pain, numbness, or tingling in the hands, legs, or feet. Most patients are prescribed dangerous drugs such as gabapentin, Lyrica, Cymbalta, which only mask the pain. They never fix the problem. In the frustration, SFA Wellness, the leader in neuropathy treatments, can successfully help your body to regenerate nerves with no injections, no drugs, and no surgery. SFA Wellness, located in San Ramon, can give you your life back. Call today for your $99 neuropathy special and receive a personal treatment plan that is tailored to your needs. Most treatments can be done in the comfort of your home, and SFA Wellness treats patients who live hundreds of miles away. Don't wait. Call 844-94-NERVE and schedule your $99 neuropathy special. Call 844-94-NERVE and start to enjoy life again. That's 844-94-NERVE. Call now. Call 844-94-NERVE and start to enjoy life again.
Today we're talking about things that make us uncomfortable, like the middle seat on an airplane, or asking your boss for a raise, or having a real conversation about ED, impotence, or low testosterone. You don't have to be embarrassed. At Prime Male Medical, they've helped thousands of men in the Bay Area, and they can help you too. But don't take my word for it. Here's Dr. Robert Rowley from Prime Male Medical.
We have virtually every medication known to man to help men. We specialize in treatments for ED and low T, and we have a 99% success rate. We offer a variety of treatments, including high-dose sublingual lozenges, ultrasound-based shockwave therapy, and injectable therapy. Most impotence problems can be treated in just one visit.
Get your first visit, PSA and testosterone test, Doppler ultrasound, and a full year of follow-up visits for just $99. Learn more at PrimeMaleMedical.com or call 415-761-4037. That's 415-761-4037.
11:58 at KCBS. Traffic and weather together. Here's Carolyn.
We do have this crash in the South Bay, southbound 101, just after Hilliard Avenue. A car hit the center divide wall and was blocking the left-hand lane. right now they have been able to push that car off to the right-hand shoulder, and the lanes are clear, but you will see some delays in the area because of all of the activity. Also, right now in the Dixon area, westbound 80, just before Dixon Avenue, you have reports of a semi that's off onto the right-hand shoulder, and its right rear wheel may be on fire. That's first report. So CHP and fire crews will be on their way as well. And in Oakland, westbound 580, just before Highway 13, CHP has just arrived on scene of this possible stall in the center divide, and the car does have its flashes on and all as well. Your next traffic update is at 12:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Coastal and Bay fog tomorrow morning will stay foggy at the coast, but see clearing skies around the bay and inland with highs from the 60s to the upper 80s and low 90s. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on KCBS. Good evening, it's Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. Coming up on the Thursday morning news watch with Elisa Clancy.
I'm Chris and Carlo. Agencies have been able to tap extra fire crews to fight the fire in Yosemite thanks to a lull in fire action in California.
I'm Megan Goldstein, Yosemite, where some visitors say they just accept smoke as part of summer travel in California.
Consumer prices soar in June to a 4-decade high, and dozens are missing from flooding in Virginia. I'm John Evans. CBS News covers the world next.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station.
12 o'clock.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. I'm Christopher Cruz in Washington. The American president is reaffirming the nation's strong ties to Israel.
President Joe Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Yair Lapid will discuss Iran, possible moves towards Israeli diplomatic relations with Saudi Arabia, and a regional defense alliance. When President Biden arrived in Israel yesterday, he stressed his commitment to Israel's security.
The connection between the Israeli people and the American people is bone deep. It's bone deep.
The president also said he favors a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Linda Gradstein for CBS News, Jerusalem.
From Israel, the president will travel to Saudi Arabia. Hard to find any good news in the June Consumer Price Index. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
The consumer price index in June was as ugly as expected. CPI jumped by 9.1% from a year ago. That is the highest rate since 1981.
Dozens of people are missing after flash flooding in remote rural southwestern Virginia. CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson on reports that 100 homes have been damaged or destroyed.
Keep in mind that you only need water moving at 4 miles an hour to actually push a home. That's all it takes.
No confirmed deaths or injuries, and officials expect the number of unaccounted people to decrease as swiftwater rescue teams continue their work. An unveiling of a statue of a pioneer in the U.S. Capitol. CBS's Peter King.
The honoree is civil rights leader and educator Mary McLeod Bethune. Bethune pushed FDR and Harry Truman to integrate the military. She helped start this organization.
Please give to the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
A biographer says she of Booker T. Washington and Martin Luther King Jr. of her time.
In Britain, the Conservative Party is voting today to choose a replacement for outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson. CBS's Vicky Barker reports from London.
A series of elimination votes will narrow the field to 2 candidates this week. Conservative voters then make the final choice by September. Boris Johnson hasn't endorsed any of the candidates for fear, he says, that his support could prove a poison chalice.
Officials in Europe say climate change is causing unusual continent. Firefighters from Portugal and Spain to southern France are fighting wildfires now. Spain's weather service says the high temperatures combined with a lack of rainfall have created ideal conditions for destructive fires. Portugal's prime minister says it's not enough just to have sufficient numbers of firefighters. This is CBS News. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
You've got box. What's your move? A rattly can? Or a simple spritz? Bugs near your kid this past? Will it be ingredients you can't pronounce? No. Or essential oils? Bother the bugs. directed, SIBO, people friendly, bug deadly, now at a store near you.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing, we've got people all over now. What is that? Meditation? I'm recommending Uma and their all-in-one phone, video, and collaboration solution. Uma? Yep. Switching to Uma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month plus taxes and fees. Now you're feeling it. Visit Uma.com. That's OOMA.com to learn more. Uma. Smart communications for the smarter business.
A new report ranks the most and least stressed cities in America.
Wallet Hub looked at 182 cities and ranked them based on several metrics like work stress, financial stress, family stress, and stress related to health and safety. The most stressed? Cleveland, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, and Gulfport, Mississippi. The least stressed? Burlington, Vermont, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Bismarck, North Dakota. Other bullet points, Reno, Nevada had the lowest job security, while Orlando, Florida had the highest. Linda Kenyon, CBS News.
NBA superstar LeBron James doesn't seem to be too happy with the government's handling of the Brittany Griner case. Brittany Griner is the WNBA star who's been held in Russia since February on drug charges. James says the government should be doing more to get her released. He spoke on his show, The Shop Uninterrupted. He said if he was in Griner's position, he'd wonder if he'd even want to go back to America. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
12:05 at the Bay Area's news station, KCBS. High clouds of fog and dense fog this morning, especially along the coast. It'll be sunny and warmer today. Good morning, Annalisa Clancy. Here's what's happening. The Washburn fire has burned nearly 4,300 acres and is 23% contained. KCBS's Chris Carlo reports the lack of other major fires in the state has allowed crews to flood the zone to fight these flames.
There were more than 1,000 firefighters working this incident, and Yosemite Fire's Mark Ruggiero says it's getting a lot of attention
because there's no other major incidents going on in California. There are other incidents in Utah, some other states, but it makes it easier for us to get a lot of resources within California.
Ruggiero says the emphasis is now on vigilance as hotspots continue to pop up.
So we're always concerned about changing weather conditions. That's what happens. We get a changing weather condition, a cold front, a dry cold front, something that would change the dynamics of how the fire is behaving now.
Firefighters have gone to great lengths to protect some of the more iconic parts of the park that have been under threat from this fire, like Mariposa Grove.
Spoilers are safe. I don't. They're still in danger if the fire were to change direction or intensity.
Yosemite Fire pointed out that forest thinning programs gave firefighters an advantage protecting spots like Mariposa and Wawona. Chris Carlo, KCBS.
And campers and other visitors to the Yosemite Valley have had a hard choice to make this week. Keep your vacation plans or cancel them because of smoke from the Washburn fire. But as KCBS's Megan Goldsby reports, for many, smoky skies are just a new summer tradition.
Vacation snapshots with smoky skies can still be a bummer, but for many, they're not all that unusual now.
It is unfortunate that this seems to be the new normal.
David, who lives in Portland, has a goal of hiking the whole John Muir Trail, but has already had to change some plans because of the smoke. But for many who are more interested in sitting by the river than hiking, the pull of a vacation has been strong enough to ignore the smoke in the air. Of course, that's not an option for those with respiratory issues. Colleen, who lives in Oakland, says she's just working on changing her expectations.
We were kind of disappointed. There's not really the night sky. You can't really see the sun. You can't really see half the peaks sometimes. But, you know, the smoke moves, and it's pretty okay after that.
It's funny how we get used to things.
It is. We have this idea of what Yosemite is going to be, and I think this is what Yosemite is going to be kind of moving forward in the summer.
In Yosemite, Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
And 150-acre brush fire burning near Lake Herman, north of Benicia on Wednesday evening is about 80% contained. Firefighters have stopped forward progress on the Herman fire.